Hi everyone, myself Linga Reddy. In this session, we discuss isomerism, right? First of all, what is iso? Very basic term. Iso nothing but same, the equal, right? So, what is the equal here? The molecular formula is equal, right? Right. What is the isomer? Let me explain. The isomerism. Different compounds having the same molecular formula. Capital M F. This is same molecular formula, are called isomer. I hope it is clear. The compound is different, right? The compound is different. The molecular formula is same. Is called isomer, right? Isomers again mainly classified into two types. Let me explain in next slide. Isomerism. Again two types. The first one is constitutional isomers. Second one is stereoisomer. Stereoisomers again classified into two types. Conformational isomers and configurational isomers. Configurational isomers again classified into two types. The first thing is the geometrical isomers. This is also we can call cis-trans isomer. Cis and trans isomer. And here second one, optical isomer. Or we can call enantiomers. Also we can call enantiomers. I hope it is clear. Let me explain constitutional isomers. First we will discuss the constitutional isomers, then conformational, then geometrical isomers, then optical isomers, right? In this video we will discuss constitutional isomers. The first one is constitutional isomers. The isomer which differ in connectivity of their atoms are called constitutional isomers. We have to observe one thing here. The connectivity is different. Let me explain one example here. Ethanol and diethyl ether, right? ethanol and dimethyl ether. Formula here C2H6O. Here the formula of 2-ethyl alcohol and dimethyl ether is same, but the connectivity different here. The ethyl alcohol I am writing here CH3 and CH2OH. This is ethyl alcohol. Then dimethyl ether, so CH3 and O and CH3 I am writing. So here the connectivity of the OH and methyl is different. So this connectivity here, this is connectivity oxygen. Here ethyl connectivity is there, here hydrogen connectivity is there, but here the methyl connectivity is there and here the methyl connectivity is there. That is a major difference here in constitutional isomers. I hope it is clear. Next one, types of constitutional isomers. Types of constitutional isomerism. In that first one, first thing here, chain isomer, or we can call nuclear isomer, also we can call skeleton. Difference in skeleton, right? Skeleton isomer. Let me explain the definition. What is the chain isomer? The here different only in the arrangement, differ only in the arrangement of carbon atoms. Very clear. Different in carbon atoms, forming the base chain, or known as right, chain isomer. I hope it is clear. The carbon chain is different. In this chain isomer, a note point is there. The note point here, chain and positional isomerism is not possible together between two isomers, right? Any one we have to consider. Chain isomers and positional isomers at the same time, it's not possible. For example, if you two compounds are chain isomers, and then those two cannot be positional isomers. I hope it is clear. This note number 1, and next one note number 2, right? Except alkyne, except alkyne chain isomers is observed when the number of carbon atoms is 4 or more than 4. I hope it is clear. Except alkyne, remaining when you have more than 4 carbons, it possible chain isomers. Let me explain examples. Example 1, butane CH3, CH2 and CH2 and CH3. This is called N-butane. Right, next one, and here this is called CH3 and hydrogen here. This is called isobutane. I hope it is clear. These two are the skeleton, nothing but the chain is different. 1 2 3 4. Here 1 2 3. Okay, the chain is different here. So these two are same molecular formula but different in chain, so this is called chain isomers. Next, example 2, pentane, N-pentane. Right, this is called N-pentane, and this is, we get 3 different chain isomers, and this is one more possibility and another possibility. Right, this is one more possibility, isopentane, and another possibility, neopentane. Right, this is N-pentane, isopentane, this is N-pentane, neopentane. I hope it is clear. These are 3 isomers is possible. The next one, example number 3, 1-butanol, and next one more example here, isobutanol. Right, these are the carbon chain is different, 1 2 3 4. Here 1 2 3, the carbon chain is different, like this 1 2 3, any one. Okay, actually this is a correct one numbering. Right, next one more example. So we have alkene, and this is also chain isomers. These two are chain isomers, CH2. Right, the carbon chain is varies. Next one, example 5, alkyne, and this is chain isomers, this one. Right, I hope it is clear. 1 2 3 4 5, and here the chain is different, 1 2 3 4. Right, these are the example for chain isomers. I will give simple trick here. This is a formula, and this is number of chain isomers. Right, the formula is here C4H10, number of isomers is 2. Already we seen in butane, isobutane and N-butane. And then next one, and the second one is here, one carbon is increasing here, C5EH12. This number of isomers is chain isomers is 3 is possible. Already we see in butane, isobutane, N-butane and neobutane. And then third example, C6H14, number of isomers is 5 here. And fourth one, C3 C7 H16, number of isomers is 9. And fifth example, C8 H18, number of isomers is 18 here. And sixth one, your C9 H20, number of isomers is 35 here. And next one, last one, seventh one, and here C10 H22, 75 isomers are possible, right? And C1 carbon, C2 carbon, C3 carbon, okay, these are does not show chain isomers. I hope it is clear. These are does not show chain isomers, right? That is regarding information about chain isomers. Let me explain the positional isomers. Second one is positional isomers. Right, compound with same molecular formula, differ in the position of the same functional group. Same functional group is called positional isomers. The very clear definition here: differ in position of functional group. The same functional group, the position is different, so that is called positional isomers. I hope it is clear. The example number 1 here. This is example here. This is double bond is terminal, and another the functional group here. The double bond is here middle, right? The position in double bond is change here. This is the 1 2 3 4. Here 1 2 3 4. So here the double bond position is 1 position. This double bond position is 2 position. The position of double bond is different, right? So this is one example. Next, one more example here, C3 H6. So what kind of isomers it can show here? So here also same, the here coming double bond, triple bond, the formula is like this. And then next one, and same, sure, triple bond. And then next one, third one here, C3 H7 Cl. What are the isomers is possible here? 2 isomers. The position is terminal. This is the one isomer, and the chlorine position is the middle, any side, any one side, right? So this is these two are positional isomers. For example, we can write like this: this side chlorine, and this one is same, so no need to write. So only possible 2 isomers. At the same time, here we can write the chlorine, this one, and here it is the same isomers. So these two and these two is same, so only we have to consider only 2 isomers here. The number of isomers is possible here only 2, right? I hope it is clear. Then example, next example 4 here. The 2 chlorines are same carbon. This is the chlorine. Actual this formula is CH3 here CH, right? And one more possible, the chlorines are different carbons. Okay, so this is Cl and Cl. Already we know that this is vicinal dihalides. This is geminal dihalides, right? Geminal dihalides. Vicinal and geminal halides are the positional isomers, right? I hope it is clear. And next one, 5th example here. The formula is C8H10. What are the number of isomers are possible here? So benzene is here. This is the C8. Number of carbons are less here, so that is aromatic carbons. So 2 methyl groups in adjacent position, right? This is also we can call orthogylene. orthoxylene. And here next one metaxylene is possible. This is called metaxylene. And then next one paraxylene. So this is paraxylene. So this is what? Metaxylene. This is paraxylene. I hope it is clear. So this formula, how many isomers are possible? 3 isomers are possible. These 3 isomers are possible. Total number of isomers here 3 positional isomers possible. Then next one, example number 6 here. So here you are taking ketone. This is 1, 2, 3, second position. And next to ketone we are taking here the second position, third position, right? 1, 2, 3, third position. So these two are positional isomers. I hope it is clear. So here some functional groups does not show the positional isomers. What are that functional group? Let me explain. Right, note. Sure, note number 1. So aldehyde and carboxylic acid and cyanide do not exhibit positional isomer. I hope it is clear. Isomerism. Next one, note number 2. Monosubstituted. Alicyclic. Compounds and aromatic compounds. Aromatic do not exhibit positional isomers. I hope it is clear. Right, next isomer is your third isomer, constitutional isomer, third isomer. The functional isomers. Functional isomerism, in that compound with same molecular formula. Compound with the same molecular formula but differing in the type of functional group. They possess are called functional isomers. I hope it is clear, right? The molecular formula is same, but different functional groups is there. That is called functional isomers. Let me explain with the examples. Alcohols and ethers. These are the functional isomers. Here ether is functional, here alcohol. Let me explain with example. CH3 and C2H5, CH2OH, sorry, CH3OCH3. This is ether, this is alcohol. These two are functional isomers. Example 2, aldehyde and ketone and unsaturated alcohols. These three are the functional isomers. Let me explain with example. Right, the formula here, C4 H8O, right? So the formula number 1 here, that this is we can write as a aldehyde. So 4 carbons is there. This is the 4 carbons, right? So how many hydrogens is there here? 8 hydrogens. Here 3 hydrogens, and here 2 plus 3, the 5, and here 6, 7, and here aldehyde functional group. This is the one isomer is possible. Then next one here, same isomers. Already we know that aldehyde and ketones are the functional isomers. So CH3 and CH2, C double bond O and CH3. This is one more isomers. And next one more here. So CH2 double bond CH and CH2 and CH2OH. This is same molecular. These three are same molecular formula and different the functional group. Here the alcohol is functional group, here ketone is functional group, here aldehyde is functional group. I hope it is clear. The second example here, the second example, third example. Acids and esters are functional isomers. Example here, C4H8O2. Let me explain here. 4 carbons is there. This is 3 carbons. One more carbon as a acid, right? And one more example here, ester. This is 3 carbons. One carbon here. Now 4 carbons. Just a minute. Right, 3 carbons. OCH3. So this is ester functional group. We know that. This is acid functional group. I hope it is clear. Next, example 4. Cyanides and isocyanide. The example here, this is called cyanide group. If you link instead of carbon, link the nitrogen, that is isocyanide functional group. I hope it is clear. Okay, so this is cyano group, CN, NCN is isocyano, and your cyano group. Right, these are the functional isomers. Next one, fifth one, I think, your nitro and nitrate, right? So this is called nitro O and here O N double bond O. These two are functional isomers. And one more example here, clearly is there, but connectivity is different, right? And next example here, the sixth one here, primary amine and secondary amines, tertiary amines. These three are the functional isomers. Let me explain with examples. So this is the here one, this is a primary amine. This is also like this is there, NH and methyl, and this is secondary amine, and next one nitrogen containing 3 methyls. So this is also tertiary amine. These three are molecular formula is same, but the amine groups are different. So this is also called the functional isomers. I hope it is clear. And next one, seventh example, alkadiene and alkyne. So this is dienes, first thing, and the second thing here, alkynes. I hope it's clear. Same molecular formula both, but the functional group is double bond and triple bond. One more example, the best example here, the eighth one, glucose. Sometime asking competitive, and fructose. What kind of isomers? Or glucose and fructose are functional isomers. Why functional isomers? Glucose have aldehyde group, the fructose have keto group. That's why these two are functional isomers. I hope it is clear. This is regarding information about the functional isomers. And then next one, metamerism. Fourth one, metamerism. This type of isomer is due to the differ in the nature of alkyl group. I hope it is very clear. Attach, it is very important, attach to the functional group. Functional group, it's very clear definition here. This is type of arises due to the different nature of alkyl group attached to the functional group. Let me explain with the examples. You can understand very clearly, right? The example number one here, ethers, generally ethers, amines and ketones, these are the exhibit the metamerism. So here an example I am taking here, this is one, and next one, this is, these two are metamerism. This alkyl group is propyl, this is methyl, here ethyl and ethyl. So the alkyl attached, right? So alkyl group attached is, the functional group is different. So that is called functional, the metamerism. I hope it is clear. And next one, example 2. So here example 2. So your NH secondary amine, and here one more NH. So this is secondary amine, this is also secondary amine. Here the butyl is there, here propyl is there, here methyl is there, here ethyl is there. The same concept here, right? The alkyl groups, attached alkyl groups are different, but same molecular formula, the same functional group. I hope it is clear. Next, example 3. So this is ketone, and next one, here ketone. The position, the attaching of alkyl group is different here and here. So these are metamerism, right? I hope it is clear. Note point, note number 1 here, more than one type of isomer can be possible between two isomers. In this case, generally more than one type of isomer is possible between two isomers, right? So we expecting two isomers, but we can possibly more number of isomers. That is the meaning of, exact meaning of this point. I hope it is clear. With the example here, this one, and next example here, this is 3-pentane and 2-pentane. These two are metamerism, also positional isomers, right? The positional isomers also possible. Here these clearly observe here the alkyl group are different, so this is the metamerism also possible, merism. And the first thing, the second thing is the positional isomers also possible. So in this case more than one type of isomers can be possible between two isomers. I hope it is very clear. Right, next isomer, fifth isomer, ring chain isomer. If one isomer has open chain and other one has cyclic structure, then isomer are known as ring chain isomer. I hope it is clear. One isomer is ring, another isomer is chain isomer. Both two we can call ring chain isomer. Right, name itself is there. Let me explain with examples. Example number 1 here. Generally alkene and cycloalkane or ring chain isomers. Example here, propane and propene and cyclopropane. Right. Next one, example 2, right? Alkyne, cycloalkane. So this is triple bond here and cycloalkane, 4 carbons, no? Yes, 4 carbons. So these are example for cycloalkane. Next, one more example here, third one. Alkenol and cyclic ethers, right? Example I am taking here, alkenol, nothing but alkene is there, ol is there, right? This is one example. And here cyclic ethers, this is O, here 4 carbons, na, CH2, right? These two are ring chain isomers. This is a chain, this is a ring chain isomers. I hope it is clear. Same molecular formula, ring and open chain. Note point is there. What is the note point here? A ring chain isomer are always functional isomers. I hope it is clear. So till now we'll discuss the constitutive isomers. One more isomer is there, keto-enol tatarism. In next video we'll discuss. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much.